Hi. I'm Paul. I'm your prostitute, your escort. Sorry, I'm always doing that.
My what?
I'm from the agency, Paradise Mails. Flip. Water. Water. Oh. Hello.
What happened?
You fainted. Would you like a glass of water?
No, thanks.
Tango?
No.
Well, it's complimentary, I'll just...
Why have you got balloons?
Just to help with the mood.
What mood?
The sex mood.
It's happened again.
What?
Tits.
What?
I'm married.
Did you not know that?
No, I think I've got arthritis.
Amnesia.
Amnesia, yeah. It's got a very thick neck. I never thought I'd settle down with someone with a thick neck.
What's wrong with the thick neck?
Well, look. Looks like a marker pen.
Seems very familiar. Is he an actor or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, who are you?
I'm Paul. I'm your escort, sorry. Every time.
Oh, I'm cheating on my husband.
Yeah, evidently.
Maybe it was the neck.
So, do you still want to,
Do I still want to what?
you know, ride the train to,
No, I don't want to do that at all.
Right, OK. Oh, God. Such a lummox.
Oh, he's dead.
You what?
My husband. He's dead.
Oh.
Oh, that's a shame. He seemed nice. They've quoted me here. They said, Barney was the love of my life and I will not rest until... Barney? Fucking hell. This gets worse.
Excuse me, could you do me a favour? Could you, help me take my waterproofs off? I can't get them off past my shoes. Thanks. Thanks.
Why didn't you take your shoes off?
I don't know, really. I guess I'm just a bit... So how did he die?
Car crash.
Oh, piss. That's awful. So at least you know you're not cheating on him now. Sorry, was that tactless? Sorry, I'm not very good with tact. I should be really, because I'm a escort. You know, generally speaking, we're supposed to be quite tactful in this business, but I guess that's why I'm so shit at it. My mum said I...
Can you just shut up a minute? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, shoot.
Did I request you specifically?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. No one's actually requested me before. You're the first.
Right. Yeah, I think I've worked out what's going on here.
Oh, bloody hell. What are you doing with that?
See, I could understand why I had a photo of me and my husband in my purse, because that's, like, sentimental, isn't it? But I couldn't really see why I had a newspaper article detailing how he got decapitated by a tree branch. That seemed a bit weird. Then I realised that was probably a clue I left for myself.
Oh, like the film?
What film?
The film where the man leaves clues for himself. You know, his body's covered in tattoos that say things like, don't trust the man in the shirt with the hair. Yeah, I recognise your husband now. Yeah. It wasn't me, you see. It was the bike. That's why they had to let me go. I mean, the silver lining is that if your husband hadn't swerved to avoid me, I'd be the one who'd be dead. I realise now that's more of a silver lining for me.
I'm not going to kill you.
Oh, all right, okay. Phew. Because you had a face that said that you might kill me with that gun.
No, I mean, you know, we're in a budget hotel in Ashford, you know, not Texas.
Okay.
I must have been, I don't know, off my trolley with grief when I thought of this.
Yeah.
No, the fact is, the only thing I know about my husband is that he had a fat neck, you know, and presumably a closed casket.
Yeah.
I don't even know where this came from.
Perhaps you better get rid of it.
Yeah, right.
No, I meant hide it properly.
Oh.
Why don't I look for a place? There's usually a vent in the bathroom, isn't there, in films?
Right, okay.
Okay, just go and have a look.
Right.
It won't be a tick. Oh, God. Such a lummox.
You all right in there?
Yeah, I just need something to stand on. Okay, yeah, nearly there. Okay, I can get it now. Oh, there.
$60 degrees, economy, set. 60, economy, set. 60, economy, set. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. What is it?
There's nothing wrong.
Is it still this thing about the bins?
No, it's nothing.
Look, I haven't fixed the blind yet because I haven't got the right bit.
I don't care about the blind.
I know we haven't been out much lately, but what with the village fete and the gymkhana and tank school...
I don't want to go out. You said anything about going out?
Look, you know I apologised to your mother. And, you know, that infection. I mean, it was entirely... had nothing to do with... it's not even a problem anymore.
Will you stop talking about that? I know it isn't.
What? this again. Look, Helga was just an old friend. Apart from that one... Technically, it was just a warm greeting. Look, I never even give her a second...
Will you shut up about that? We're through with that.
Well, I mean... I'm not smoking again.
Who said you were?
I don't know. I have the odd cigar.
I know you do, it's fine.
You think I'm fat, don't you?
I think nothing of the sort.
Yes, you do. You think of me more as a blob of man mush than a proper man. I can see it in your eyes when we make love.
You're not fat.
I haven't touched a drop since last weekend.
I know.
You drink more than me anyway.
Shut up, I know I do.
I didn't walk the dogs. I didn't walk the dogs.
I walk the dogs.
Okay, and...
It's fine. I like walking the dogs.
Oh, God. Okay, the large envelope in the Hoover bag drawer is something that I found by the old Ford, and I was appalled by its contents, so I left it there so I could work out how to dispose of it responsibly.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Mow the lawn. Haircut.
What?
Bad breath.
Oh, my God.
Something to do with Iraq. I didn't buy you any Belgian fucking chocolates this week, is that it?
No.
Ah, so there is something. Will you please just tell me?
It's this house.
What about the house?
It's too pokey.
Apparently they're going to start using more regional accents on things like computers and answer machines. And I was trying to think what else you could have, you know. And then I thought, imagine someone's trying to force the door on one of those talking cars. And instead of it going, stop, move away from the car. This car is alarmed. Instead of that, you get, oh, you get off, you'll break it. I think they should get an old woman to do the tube stops on the London Underground. This is Collier's Wood. I'm 87. This is Hanger Lane. I used to have a friend who lived in Hanger Lane. She's dead now. Beggars on trains piss me off, you know. You've had a hard day at work, you're just trying to make your way home, the last thing you want to hear is, sorry to bother you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they just kind of pop up from nowhere, don't they? I reckon they'll start appearing on planes soon. That little curtain will go back. Sorry to bother you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to get into club class. Just so as I can stretch my legs out. You never understand it why when someone dies they say, oh, he's gone to a better place. You must have had a fairly awful life if you think that 6 foot underground is a better place. Yeah, he's gone to a better place. Because before, he was trapped upside down in a well. People always say if a girl who was murdered was pretty, as if it's more of a loss. You notice that? Oh, she's such a pretty girl too, you know. They never say, fortunately, she was an absolute moose. So, you know, more of a blessing, really. And boys are always popular when they're murdered, aren't they? Such a popular boy, Steve, you know. Everyone loves Steve, yeah. Except the murderer. He hated him. Oh. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm quite a negative person. And there's this test you can take. You've probably heard of this before, where you say, is the glass half full or half empty? You know, and I think this is where the test is flawed, because if to you the glass is half empty, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a negative person, does it? You know, it could just mean that you're an alcoholic. But there's this new book that will train you how to think more positively. You know, so if you've just failed your driving test, you don't say, oh, I've just failed my driving test. You say, well, I can't drive yet, but I'm sure that with help, I'll be able to in the future. Something like that, you know. But to me, that's not positive thinking. Positive thinking to me would be flying through a car windscreen thinking, I might get tomorrow off. As I say, I am quite negative, though. I'm quite a miserable person. I get people shouting at me in the street, you know, to cheer up. Cheer up. It's usually groups of builders that shout this. Actually, group is probably the wrong collective noun for builders, isn't it? It's probably a wank of builders. Cheer up. Yeah, well, I'm sorry I stopped grinning like a fucking idiot for 5 minutes. But my entire family's just been wiped out in a house fire. Lesbian. Yeah. But, yeah, I think I get my negativity off my parents. You know, they're quite negative people. Well, like whenever I ring them up, they always manage to bring me down. You know, they'll always put such a damper on everything. Like I'll ring up my dad and I'll go, "Hey, Dad, I've just won the Nobel Peace Prize," and he'll say, "Have you? We've just had the dog put down." Put down. Such a weird phrase, that, isn't it, for killing a pet? Put down. But even worse than that is when people say, "Oh, we had Blackie destroyed." Destroyed? Jesus Christ, what did you do to him? Yeah, we thought it would be more humane to have him destroyed by a huge metal robot that fires lasers through its eyes. Yeah, it's what it would have wanted. I can't think of anything that would sound worse than destroyed. You know, didn't you have a dog? I thought you used to have a dog, didn't you? Oh, yeah, but he was old and he couldn't walk. So we had him annihilated.
Hello and welcome to Consumer Solutions with Nicholas and Carmen. I'm Carmen.
And I'm her brother, Nicholas.
And this is our weekly video where we'll be looking at consumer issues. And this week we're looking at Diet Cola, specifically Supermarket's own brand, Diet Cola. Now, I know, Nicholas, you've been looking forward to this one for some time.
Oh, shit me, yes.
You love Diet Cola, don't you?
Yes, I do. That's an understatement. You should see our fridge at home. Carmen has nowhere to put her Greek yogurt.
Right, yes. Well, let's look at that.
And also she'd nowhere to put her homemade smoothies. I'm just totally hogging the fridge at the moment. Sorry, sis.
That's okay. I make my smoothies round at Graham's house now anyway, so... Right.
Oh, Graham's back, is he?
Yep, yeah. So, first of all, we've got Morrison's own brand, Diet Cola, which I know, Nicholas, you've got a lot of time for.
Yeah, big fan.
The unmistakable sound of a can being opened. Love that sound. Always takes me back to when we were children, Nicholas.
Oh, you mean when Dad used to open a six-pack every Saturday night and smash the living room?
No, I meant when Mum used to buy us fizzy pop.
Yes. She was great. She did well to get out when she did.
Let's pour.
Yes, Morrison's Diet Cola is known for its extra fizz. A lot of people see that as a negative point. My girlfriend Abigail, for instance, doesn't like it at all.
Sorry.
She's more of a concentrated squash fan anyway, but personally, I love the sensation of a fizzy nose. It's what drinking Diet Cola is all about for me.
Okay, well, let's taste. It's tangy. It's syrupy. Your taste buds certainly have to combat a tidal wave of bubbles before reaching that recognisable cola flavour. But no, I think this is a reliable Diet Cola option. What about yours?
1 second, it's very fizzy.
Bear with us.
Sorry. Despite the burps, this is a very enjoyable Diet Cola. It's a must for all Diet Cola enthusiasts. It's got the strong, flavourful taste of cola that we've all come to
Let's see what Abigail was getting at now.
Who?
Abigail, your girlfriend.
Yes.
So what's your verdict with these 2 colas?
Well, the Asda Diet Cola I'm not fussed about at all, but the Morrison's really stands out for me. It's absolutely fantastic. It reminds me of you, Carmen.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's strong, reliable, and I love it. Very, very much.
It also gives you burps.
Yes, well, I'm not talking about the burps.
That's it for this week. Join us next week when we'll be looking at scissors.
Bye.
What is winding up Diane?
Magicians. I think they're quite needy people, generally. Whenever I watch them, I'm never entertained.
That's quite a negative review.
Isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
There was one that I went to a restaurant and there was one that was going between the tables, between courses, and showing you a card trick. And then he'd finish the card trick and he'd wait. And you can't just go. You've got to go, oh, that was good. How did you do that? So you feel like they're getting more out of this than you are. I think it starts with parents giving kids magic sets. Because if you give a kid a magic set, that's like a starter kit for a psychopath, isn't it?
I never had a magic kit, I must admit. Is it a common gift for children?
For psychopaths, yeah.
OK.
It's so boring. It's like cups and balls. Who cares? Pulling flags out your sleeve. I just can't find any enthusiasm for it. I was pretty lonely in lockdown, so instead of just crying on my own all night and all day and at weekends, I thought I'd try a dating app. Only swiping men in masks to be on the safe side. I even went on some Zoom dates, which are actually good because they can be really efficient. What did you do before you were furloughed? And that question goes to man number 1. I got on quite well with one of them. We even had a bit of a cuddle. Quite a good one was a dental nurse. I was a dental nurse. This is back in the day where you didn't have to train to be a dental nurse. You learnt on the job. So I got this job, but I was terrible because I wasn't interested in teeth, obviously. And I would just kind of get bored and start looking out the window. And my job was just to sit there with the aspirator, you know, the thing.
I didn't know what it was called. That's great.
Aspirator.
Thank you.
There you go.
I thought it was just like the dribble sucker or something like that.
So I was staring out the window one day with the thing, and the dentist shouted, aspirator, aspirator. So I came to, shoved it in this patient's mouth and knocked their front tooth out. They've got like a cap, and I knocked it off, and it was lying in the middle of their tongue. And the dentist looked at me like saying, you.
Was that the tooth that was being worked on? Or?
No, it was a different tooth. But he got it and glued it back on without them even knowing.
But it sounds like it wasn't fitted properly in the first place.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. You know, an aspirator is just a little thing, isn't it? If it's getting knocked off, I mean, he's just insecure there that he's done it in a crap way. Yeah.
There was one guy that came in so scared that he'd done his own teeth using a soldering iron and copper sulphate.
Oh.
And they'd gone green. Is it verdigris? Verdigris?
Green, yeah,
they'd gone green.
Yeah.
So
he'd put a filling in.
No, he's more scared of going to the dentist than using a soldering iron on his face. Hello and welcome to Consumer Solutions with Nicholas and Carmen. I'm Carmen. And this is my brother.
And I'm Nicholas.
And this is our weekly video where we'll be looking at consumer issues.
And food.
And yes, and food.
And we eat food.
And we eat food sometimes, yes.
Pies today.
Well, just as you can imagine, pies is quite a meaty subject. So just for today, we're going to be looking at a specific variety of pie.
That's because pies is quite meaty subject.
So these are the pies we're going to be looking at and talking about and eating. Shepherd's pie and cottage pie.
Well, these smell delicious, Carmen.
Well, Nicholas, they are staple pies in British piemanship.
Now, I was under the impression that the cottage pie and the shepherd's pie were in fact the same thing.
No, this is a view held by many connoisseurs of the pie, and indeed people who aren't connoisseurs but just enjoy eating the pie. But in fact, it's not true.
It's not true, it's bollocks, is it?
Yes, it's not true. Historically, the shepherd's pie is made using minced lamb, and the cottage pie is made using minced beef.
So what are the differences?
Shepherd's pie is made using minced lamb, and cottage pie is made using minced beef.
Well, that's it, there's no other differences.
No, that's it.
And does it matter what kind of potato you use for the mash? Or?
Well, ideally, you'd use a potato that's good for mash. Let's taste.
Oh yes, let's taste. Oh,
this is a shepherd's pie from Asda supermarkets.
Oh God, no, that's cold.
Well, that's not important. It's about the taste. So.
Well, it tastes of cold.
The minced lamb comes through first, followed by the fluffy potato mash. My only reservation is the depth. It's quite a shallow lining of minced lamb. I could probably consume all of that minced lamb in about 6 mouthfuls, possibly 7. Other than that, it's quite tasty.
Oh, that's just too cold.
Let's move on to the cottage pie next, which again is from Asda supermarkets.
Do all the big supermarkets make their own shepherd's pie and cottage pies, Carmen?
Yes, they do. And every big supermarket makes 2 types. There's the cheaper variety, known as the value option, and then there's the higher end variety that we in the consumer industry call the nicer option. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth paying those extra few pennies for.
And what are these two?
These are both value.
Okay, let's tuck in. Oh God, no, that's cold again.
Well, it's not. It's fine.
That's quite disappointing, if I'm honest. There's a lack of flavour and the mash is quite dense. It's certainly not a patch on my homemade cottage pie recipe.
Oh yeah, you should try Carmen's homemade cottage pie. It's absolutely delicious, isn't it, Carmen?
Yes, it's certainly had its share of fans over the years.
Yeah. Graham loved it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I bet he misses it. I bet whoever he's with now doesn't make him delicious homemade cottage pie.
No.
Still, it just means more for us, doesn't it, Carmen?
Yes.
We have it every Thursday. She's the best sister anyone could have.
That's it for this week. Next week we'll be looking at flapjacks.
Bye.